What is the most important thing when you're getting ready to buy or sell real estate? I'm going to focus more on the buy side in this video, but I'm going to tell you what the most important thing is. It's having a really good real estate agent. Now, don't click off. I know that sounds obvious. Everybody, a lot of people think real estate agents are all the same. Now, people have Zillow, they have Redfin, they have Realtor.com. So they think they have all of the access to the information that's out there at their fingertips. But the truth is, you've heard the stories of people that have had a bad real estate agent, and they can make the process take forever. They can make you miss out on deals. They can mess up a deal you're already in contract with. So everybody knows a bad realtor can make the process miserable. And a lot of times, if you have a good or even a great real estate agent, a lot of times you don't really know that you had a good one because things just went smoothly, they went easily, you got the house you wanted and you closed and it was a done deal. But there are some things that you can do to minimize the chances of getting a bad realtor and maximize the chances of getting a really good or a great real estate agent. So I'm going to tell you what they are. Without further ado, let's get into it right now. The number one most important thing is you've got to know the market. You've got to know the market frontwards and backwards. You've got to be in the middle of it. You've got to be in the thick of it. You've got to be looking at it every day. As a matter of fact, let me show you exactly where we're located here because I am in the middle of everything. I got my camera guy right behind me here. Say hello to my little friend. Let's just pop him up there. As we come up over the lake, you can see we've got the Calypso Towers right there. There's the Ferris wheel for Pier Park. So that's all the Pier Park area right there. Then there's obviously the big fishing pier. There's the beach. As I scroll around, you can see that Sterling Beach condos and Tidewater. So I am right here in the middle of everything. Let me bring the drone back down so we can keep this video going. All right, let's bring this baby back to earth. Okay, I'm still practicing with the drone, so it's not a real elaborate drone flight there, but you get the idea. The second most important thing that your realtor needs to do is they need to practice what they preach. They need to put their money where their mouth is, especially if you're looking to buy an investment property. You need somebody who owns investment properties in the town where you're looking. Here in Panama City Beach, I own 5 other properties besides this house that we're staying in at right now. Your agent needs to know where's a good spot to buy an investment property, where's a bad spot, what are the rules as far as whether they're allowed or not, what kind of expenses are involved in actually running an Airbnb or a vacation rental, and actually how much money can you make with them. Those are all important questions that you can't study that stuff in a book. You need an agent who actually owns rental properties. If you're looking at one, if you're looking to move into a neighborhood, it's great to find somebody who's been living here. I've been living in Panama City Beach for 10 years. I know all the neighborhoods, inside and out. I know people, I have friends in a lot of neighborhoods. So those are the kind of things that, people can't study, they can't read up on. It just takes experience. It's hot out there. I had to get out of the sun and get in the shade for a minute. Hopefully you can still see me okay in this shot. But the third thing that's very important is you need somebody you can relate to, that you can get along with, that you can ride around in a car all day and look at properties with. And more importantly, that you feel like that you can trust. If you've got somebody who is too salesman-y, too pushy, and you see their caller, you see every time your phone rings, and you see on the caller ID, oh man, it's my agent. This is going to take an hour on the phone, or you don't want that. You want somebody when the phone rings, you want to be excited. You want to know that good news is coming. I always have a rule with any of my clients. I never text good news or bad news. Those are conversations that people need to have in person. Bad news happens, things get found on inspection reports, or, deals can unravel at any moment, and good things can happen too. And that's not a text message either. So I always feel like in-person communication is very important. You need somebody. I always ask my clients, how often do you want me to, update you or call you or email you or text you? And, you want them to ask, or you want to ask them in the beginning so you can get your level of expectation on both sides set early on in the relationship. There's just a couple of little things left, little details to go over of what I think makes a great realtor instead of a bad or even a good realtor. But before I tell you what those are, if you got any value out of this so far, please give me a big thumbs up. And hey, consider subscribing to the channel if you're in the search for real estate here in Panama City Beach or anywhere. I give general buying tips for real estate, but I also give specific information on properties, real estate tours, and information specific to Panama City Beach and the 30A corridor. So consider subscribing to the channel. Stick around, check out more content. Okay, what are the last couple of things that your realtor needs to be good at? They need to be good at negotiating. They need to be good. They need to know how the process works. You know, when do you order the title? When do you order the home inspection? How many days do you have for this? How many days? These are all things that come from experience, and having a local network of people, other agents that you're friends with, that you can, you know, find out maybe some off-market deals, other agents in an office working with, you know, I have one of the larger offices, so I have other agents I can bounce things off in my office. And unfortunately, you're just not going to know if your realtor has a lot of these traits when you're picking one. You're not going to know what their negotiating skills are. You can find out how many deals they close, how long they've been in business, that sort of thing. But be sure to ask them, you know, how many real rental properties they own if you're looking for a rental property, how long they've been living in the area. It's not just about how many deals you've closed, it's how many deals you've closed in the local area. A lot of times newer agents will try to tell you how many deals their office closed, and that just doesn't cut it when you're trying to get an agent that's going to work for you. I know a lot of people think like, oh, I'm not paying for the buyer's agent, they're free, I'll just get whoever and they're just going to put the paperwork together. But there really is a lot more to it. So take a little bit more time, take a little bit more consideration when you're going to pick your agent that's going to represent you on something that could cost $500,000, $1 million, even more dollars. You don't take it lightly. I am here in PCB. I would love to be your realtor. I wanted this to be more informational, but obviously I want your business and what kind of a salesman would be if I couldn't sell myself a little bit. So I work at Beta 30A Real Estate. I'll put my description, I'll put my contact information in the description down there. Consider working with me. And like I said, I'm going to have more videos on this channel with more content. And if you like this video, go check out this video. It has more specific information on buying properties here in Panama City Beach. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.